mean by recursion? All of you must have created a home like this very earlier. So very practical example of recursion is, supposedly you have Almira here, I'm creating the Almiras this time, or maybe having some shelves in this manner. So you have Almira and its shelves. So you have 4 Almiras supposedly in the house, and it is Diwali time, so you have to do Diwali ki safai. So while Diwali cleaning is on, what you have to do is cleaning. So supposedly cleaning is a function. Cleaning is a function which takes some parameters. Supposedly initially cleaning your room, your mother has asked you to clean your room. This is a parameter. ठीक है? अब इसमें room is one argument. अब जब cleaning room आपके पास problem आई, so you have to clean all of this. It's such a big problem. क्या कह दिया मम्मा ने? So how do you begin? You begin by breaking your problem into sub problems. What do? Cleaning room is called by mama. Now this cleaning room is going to call next cleaning almira. ऐसे ही होगा ना, cleaning almira call होगा. अब cleaning almira में almira 1 2 3 4 सबका नंबर आएगा 1 by 1 by 1. दोबारा recursive call. Now cleaning almira will recursively call cleaning one shelf. अब पूरी अलमारी तो एक बार में साफ होगी नहीं. You again have to break the problem into cleaning one shelf of your almira. Right? So एक shelf clear हुआ, दूसरा clean, तीसरा clean, when you call, the entire almira is cleaned. Similarly, the call for next almira will again call for opening the cleaning one shelf, cleaning second shelf, cleaning third shelf, and so on. Again you call for cleaning next almira, and so on. So what is happening in this case is, recursively you are breaking a larger problem into small problems. Room se almira tak, almira se shelf tak. Even if shelf has division, so you will clean one division, then second division, and so on. So you are breaking. Cleaning is the function that you are calling. This cleaning the room will recursively call cleaning almira. This will recursively call cleaning shelf, or recursively call the function, calls itself, and so on. This is what we mean by recursion. This can be applied to a lot of problems, but the concept is that we have a larger problem which is divided into smaller, or broken down into smaller problems of similar type. That is what is the concept of recursion. So if I want to understand recursion in itself, so if I am having any function, we have taken a lot of examples. I'm not going to take the same example. So let's see if we are going to create a question for cleaning the almiras. We want to make sure recursion is not infinite. This is very important. अगर कोई कंडीशन ही नहीं होगी सफाई की, कब तक करते चले जाओगे आप? कहीं तो वो क्लीनिंग की कॉल स्टॉप होनी चाहिए. You should be able to stop and actually clean somewhere rather than just calling clean. ये ऐसे समझ लो, क्लीनिंग का टास्क आपको मिला, आपको नहीं करना था. So cleaning, initially mom is calling cleaning for you, who is the daughter. Now daughter calls cleaning to the younger sibling. बड़े प्यार से, अरे भाई, अरे बहन, प्लीज मेरी अलमारी आज तू साफ कर दे. उसे नहीं करनी. He calls it for papa. So the cleaning is recursively called for papa. कि पापा प्लीज आप मेरी हेल्प कर दो. और पापा ultimately again calls mom for cleaning. कि अरे यार तू ही कर देना. So this becomes an endless recursion. It is going to call infinite. This should not happen. This is not what we want. So we should have something called as a base case always. Base case is something that stops the recursion. A function where the base case is met will not call itself. Whenever a function calls itself, that is known as recursion. Function that calls itself is recursion. Parameters will change. A function which calls itself is a recursive function. So there must be a base case in the function so that it does not call itself again. And for recursion, what we use is stack. Now what happens when you press a spring? When you press a spring, you are pushing things onto the stack. And when you release it, things go back inside. Spring goes back. Similar things happen. Whenever a function is called, you have a stack. Stack means pile of data, like register के ऊपर, book के ऊपर, book. That is the stack. You add to the top, you delete from the top only. You take a book from the top of the stack, you add a book at the top of the stack only. So when functions are called recursively, we need to know कि जब recursive call खत्म होगी तो हमें वापस कहाँ आना है. अब supposedly gift मिलना था cleaning का, तो पहले तो रिकर्सिवली कॉल होता चला गया. सो वो जब गिफ्ट मिला, जब मम्मा ने गिफ्ट दिया तो मम्मा ने पापा को दिया, पापा ने सिबलिंग को दिया, सिबलिंग ने वापस दीदी को दिया, एंड सो ऑन. सो यू शुड हैव द proper order of how you are calling the recursive functions. So this is the initial call, then first recursive call. जैसे ऐसे समझ लो, ये रूम क्लीनिंग की कॉल, रूम क्लीनिंग ने कॉल करा एल्मीरा 1, अभी एल्मीरा 1 कॉल हुई है. एल्मीरा 1 ने कॉल करा पहले शेल्फ 1, फिर शेल्फ 1 रिमूव हो गया, क्लीन हो गया, फिर ये कॉल रिमूव हो गई, वापस एल्मीरा 1 में गए, फिर कॉल हुआ शेल्फ 2, शेल्फ 2 क्लीन हुआ, यहां से हट गया, फिर कॉल हुआ शेल्फ 3. जब तक शेल्फ 1 2 3 4 क्लीन हो रहे हैं, एल्मीरा 1 की क्लीनिंग और रूम 1 की क्लीनिंग फिनिश नहीं हुई है. It is still in process. That is why it is still on stack. Understanding? When we are done with all the shelves in the Almira, we come back to Almira 1. Almira 1 is now done. Room is still not done. You again call Almira 2. Almira 2 will now call its shelf and continue the same process. This is how recursion happens. Supposedly all the Almiras are done. Finally, you come back to room. You check whether all the Almiras are done or not. Finally, stack is empty. Recursive calls are over. Is the concept of recursion clear to all now? Cannot hear any answers. I don't know whether it is meaning a yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
The concept in itself कि हम use क्यों करते हैं, it can be used to solve a lot of problems, lot of difficult problems that are used to solve recursion. So if we see examples, let us see the small examples here. We all have used the factorial example and the other examples, towers of Hanoi problem and so on, we have seen. So let us see an example of recursion which says that I have to solve a any mathematical expression. So this is my question. I have to solve a mathematical expression. So just for example, what is happening, you get an expression 7 plus 6 into 3 plus 5 minus 8 divided by 2, some expression. How do you solve this problem? Pehle to you will be taking BODMAS and see that this should be executed first, then this should be executed and so on. Now what you have to call is, calculate. Calculate is to be called on operand 1, operator and operand 2. So initially you call it on entire expression. Now this expression will break and then call it. So when you are reaching, you will be breaking the expression in some parts. I say I'm using parenthesization. So you have to create parenthesis, for that it will be called. This is the entire way of doing, just one example. So initially entire ke liye you are calling. So if you are going to do calculator, operate 1, operator and operand 2. So you are doing operand 1 minus operand 2. This is your operator in this case. So initially you are solving a mathematical expression for calculating the operand 1 minus operand 2. Now when this calculation is going to be called, then you need to again bifurcate it and you need to call operand 1 plus operand 2. When this is called operand 1, you have to find out operand 1 में रिकर्सिवली दोबारा कॉल होगा. operand 1 को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए you will again call operand 1 plus operand 2. operand 1 तो 6 है अवेलेबल. दिस इज द बेस केस. जब मेरे पास सिंगल डिजिट रह जाए एक्सप्रेशन की जगह, देन आई स्टॉप द कॉल. If I have a single digit, I stop the call. Right? Now I have operand 2. Operand 2 will again call recursively. Let me make it more clear to you. I am calling calculate. So I am using 6 plus 7 into 3 plus 5. This is first operand 1, operator, operand 2. This is operand 1, operand 2 and operator. So this is my first call in recursion. Now when this is getting called, what I have to do is result is operand 1 applied with the operator on operand 2. To calculate operand 1, I will again call recursively by making this as operator 1, or sorry, operand 1, and this is operand 2. So this again calls calculate 6 plus 7 into 3 plus 5. Now this will again call calculate 6 plus 7 into 3. Now 6 is the operand 1 which you have got. यहाँ पे दोबारा कॉल नहीं होगा. Plus this will again call this 7 into 3. If you want to write it, it will be again called as calculate 7 into 3. Understanding? This calculate 6 plus calculate 7 into 3. This result, comma plus 5. This is the call. This is the same as this call. And if I am doing calculate again on this is the first operand, then I am using minus, and then I am using calculate 8 by 2. So this becomes the entire recursive call structure. Are you all understanding what is happening? Recursively समझ आ रहा है क्या हुआ? Initially अगर आप stack पे देखो, when you are getting, आपने कॉल करा तो सबसे पहले ऑपरेंड 1 कॉल होगा. ऑपरेंड 1 में दोबारा ब्रेक. सबसे पहले दिस इज द फंक्शन जहां से बाहर आओगे. स्टैक पे डलता गया डलता गया डलता गया डलता गया. इफ यू वांट मी टू शो इट ऑन द स्टैक, let me just show you on the stack also what will happen for this. When you are calling this, I'm erasing this. So let us see what happens on the stack. पूरा expression गया, whatever the initial expression was 6 plus 7 into 3 plus 5 minus 8 by 2. इसके लिए calculate call हुआ. अब आपको इतने part के लिए दोबारा call करना है. So you are calling calculate for 6 plus 7 into 3 plus 5 minus 8 by, sorry, plus 5. इतना कॉल हुआ. अब then you are again calling out 6 plus 7 into 3. now you are again calling for 7 into 3. अब जब 7 into 3 के लिए कॉल हुआ, it is getting executed. base case मिल गया. 21 is calculated and it is replaced here. when it is replaced, यहाँ पे भी हमें expressions मिल गए. this is calculated and this is replaced here. it is calculated at 27. so stack में से ये values delete होती चली गई. now when this is calculated as 32, it is replaced here. यहाँ से delete हुआ and it is replaced here 32. now I have got operand 1. now minus operand 2. again it is called calculate 8 divided by 2. so when you are calling 8 divided by 2, you get the result as 4. the result 4 is then substituted here. finally you calculate the final result and 8 you get as the final result. oh sorry, 32 minus 4 is 28. you get as the final result out of all the recursive calls. Is the concept of recursion now absolutely clear to all of you? If I give you a problem, you all will be able to solve it now? Yes? Now we understand the concept. What is the function calculate doing? We have to understand. So calculate is having integer. Yeah, if not integer, let us say we are taking an array. So there is a character array of, क्योंकि expression आ रहा है ना पूरा, तो character array suppose operand 1, then I am having single character of operand operator. Operator हमेशा single character ही होगा, ये ध्यान रखना. And then I am having character pointer again operand 2, which can again be an expression. So when I am searching here, first I have to check if the length of this operator 1 is 1. That means I have found my operand. If I was having 6 into 7 plus 5, this is my operator operand 1, this is operand 2. अगर मुझे length of expression 1 मिल गई, that means I have found my operand and it is returning a type of say float. It is returning, ठीक है, return भी तो करेगा कोई value. So when whatever is happening here, I am going to calculate result. Here I am check if string length operand 1 is equal to 1. That means मुझे calculate दोबारा is not equal to 1. Sorry. If this is not equal to 1, that I have to calculate operand 1 na. Then let us take a float, say O1 and O2. I am just taking O1 and O2 as operand 1 and operand 2, which I have to calculate from these. Now, if it is not equal to 1, then I have to recalculate and refind. So I have to check कि कहाँ पे मेरा operator आ रहा है, चाहे plus हो, चाहे minus हो, चाहे divide हो. So I will be running a for loop and I will be running operand 1 पे so I am running a loop for integer I is equal to, I am beginning from the back. You can begin from anywhere, it is up to you. I am beginning from the back because that is how I performed the example. So this is equal to string length of operand 1 minus 1 से शुरू करेंगे, ठीक है, string length minus 1 comma I is greater than 0. We have to check that only. I minus minus. What do I have to do is I have to check if operand 1 of I, if this is equal to plus, or if operand 1 of I is equal to minus, or it is equal to multiply, or it is equal to divide, whatever, ठीक है. If this condition is true, that means उससे पहले का जो भी है वो operand 1 हो गया, जिसके लिए मुझे दोबारा कॉल करना है फंक्शन. तो what will I do? I will again call calculate. If this is true, इसके अंदर हो रहा है calculate. अब I जो है वो that is the operator. ऐसे समझो 6 into 7 plus 5 के लिए कॉल हुआ. This is my operand 1 का array. This is operand 2 का array. ठीक है, and operator is having this plus. So when I am having this, when I am running the loop, the length is 3. The length is 3, so I is initially 2. String length minus 1. And if this is an array stored as an array, we are having this as 0, 1, 2. If operand 2 is some operator we have found, अभी तक नहीं मिला, I minus minus हुआ, अब हमें मिल गया, we found multiply, तो what do I have to do?
स्क्रीन ब्लर है.
So what happens is I have now found the operator. Operator से पहले वाला जो array है that is operand 1. Operator के बाद वाला जो array है वो है operand 2. So I am calling calculate on. I have to see, मुझे उतना ही array पास करना है, ध्यान रखना. तो उससे पहले calculate कॉल करने से पहले मुझे arrays भी create करने पड़ेंगे. So kindly create the arrays that you can again call, or you give a starting and ending. इससे better है you create array and you receive the result in operand. Now you have to calculate operator 1, ठीक है. So you are taking a character pointer say C, and if you are wanting to call on it, you have to make sure that it is equal to something. आपको within this I am taking a loop. You can do string copy also, but I am taking another loop. J is equal to 0. J is less than I, essentially less than I. j plus plus. And what am I doing? C of j is equal to operand 1 of j. That is all I am doing. तो अब जो मुझे C में मिलेगा ना, वो मिलेगा ऑपरेंड 1, जो भी बचा हुआ है, इतना पार्ट ऑफ द एरे. So after this is over, after this is done, operand 1 is equal to, sorry, O1 जो आपको कैलकुलेट करना था फ्लोट में. नाउ दिस, ये सब इफ के अंदर चल रहा है, ध्यान रखना, ठीक है. O1 अगर स्ट्रिंग लेंथ 1 नहीं है तो ये सब हो रहा है. O1 is equal to calculate. Now you are calling calculate. ठीक है. Now you have to call calculate for both of the parts. So you are going to call calculate for first part. Here is your C. Second part is the operator. So operator is in nothing but it is in OP1 of I. I जब operator के equal हो तभी तो call हुआ. और अब उसके बाद वाला array, जैसे आपने C लिया है ऐसे ही बाकी बचा हुआ array whatever it is technically a single value only. So you can have another character ch supposedly, and you can have ch is equal to, after this closes, you are having ch is equal to your, what is that, it has to be a character array only, वरना आपको issue आएगा. So you have to make sure ch of I, sorry, 0, जो first location है, that is only there, that is equal to operand 1 of I plus 1. तो यहाँ पे आपने ch कॉल कर दिया. ऑपरेट, इससे ऑपरेंड 1 कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा. रिकर्सिव कॉल होती जाएगी होती जाएगी होती जाएगी. कब तक? जब तक ये वाली बेस कंडीशन नहीं मिलेगी. अब जब ये खत्म हो जाएगा फॉर लूप, आफ्टर दिस इज डन, नाउ यू विल रिपीट द सेम फॉर ऑपरेंड 2. कैलकुलेट नहीं हुआ अभी तक. अगर इससे बाहर आओगे तो आपको ऑपरेटर 1 मिल चुका होगा. अब आप ऑपरेंड 2 के लिए कैलकुलेट करोगे सेम लूप. After you come out of the both, you will be having operand 1 and operand 2 as some values. Now, if this is not true, then you should have a else before this. So what should the else do? अगर ये single ही है उसकी length, else, now if the length is only single, that means जो भी digit है उसका ASCII code मुझे O1 में copy करना है. So in that case, O1 is equal to, what is the ASCII code for कैरेक्टर 0 से लेके कैरेक्टर 9 तक? क्या होते हैं ASCII कोड्स? What are the character codes for the digits, ASCII character codes for 0 to 9? The ASCII code for 0 is 48, 1 is 49, 2 is 50 and so on. What do I want to do? जो भी ये digit है, minus 48 will give me the exact numeral value. So this is what digit? This is whatever this is happening, this of 0. अगर ये 1 ही length का है तो इस array की 0th location पे वो digit है. That digit whatever ASCII code is, अगर 48 कोड है, minus 48 करा तो हमें 0 मिल जाएगा, तो हमें अपना operand मिल जाएगा. So we have got the operand like this. This is how we get operand 1 if or else के बाद. Same if else would be there if string length of operand 2 is not equal to 0, sorry, is not equal to 1. अगर 1 नहीं है तो फिर से फॉर लूप रन करा, सब कुछ सेम चीज, कैलकुलेट करा ऑपरेंड 2, एल्स फिर से यही करा ऑपरेंड 2 इज दिस minus 48. So you have now calculated operand 1 and operand 2. After calculating these two, what do you do? After calculating these two, what will you do? Now result, supposedly some float, result. Now you have to know the character. अगर आप switch case use कर सकते हो इसमें. So you have taken a float result and you take a switch में single character ही जाएगा, array नहीं जा सकता. You have to take care that you are taking only a single character. Now operator जो भी है आपका, that goes into your switch. This operator is in the switch. Case plus is result is equal to operand 1 plus operand 2. Break. Case minus is result is equal to operand 1 minus operand 2 and break. Similarly, you have case multiply and case divide also in similar manners. Now all you all able to understand how do we implement this? ये calculate recursively call होता जाएगा. It will come out using the base conditions for the two operands. Until then it will be recursively called, and finally when you come back of all the recursive calls, you will get the answer to the entire expression. Is this clear? How can we solve it using recursive?